Good evening, this is Gaming McFitness. Today I'm playing Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Um, I didn't play yesterday. I had a poker game over the internet with some friends at the time I normally stream. I did play Monday and Tuesday, and I was stuck, so I didn't want to be stuck too long, so I cheated. I Googled it. So when I get in the game, I'm just gonna cheat. Uh, I didn't read the whole. It looks like I'm close to close to finished with the game, but I didn't read the whole synopsis of the last puzzle. But I read enough to get me moving forward. Because I spent the whole game last time, the whole workout, just wandering around, not sure where to go. I didn't want to keep doing that forever, so I cheated. I figure if I admit that, that's not as pitiful. I didn't. Why is it not? Okay. I didn't weigh myself, but I think 225 is probably pretty accurate, which is a 2-pound gain in the last couple weeks. Because last week I ate a bunch of shit. I did a stand-up comedy run by my sister's house, so this needs to be off. That was my first thing that I got from cheating. I thought it was, I couldn't remember if it was off when I got here and I had to turn it on, or if it was on when I got here and I had to turn it off, but I had to turn it off. So I had remembered it wrong. And then the other thing it says is, now that it's off, you can cross the river from this side. On one of these things. So I think it's this one. So I had tried going the other way. Like going out the other door on this other side, but I didn't try going this way and crossing this way. So this is where I cheated. I didn't figure this part out because I was stuck on the other side of this rock here and I couldn't figure out how to get over here. So yeah, I probably gained weight, so I ate like shit because I ate, every time I went out last week I ate like a burger or whatever. And also I just did my calorie counting for this week and it was high. So I'm probably back around 225, maybe even higher. Although I did do a 5K workout Monday and Tuesday on the treadmill streaming. I don't know. Whatever. So 225 is my guess for my weight. Which isn't horrible. My reflux isn't as bad as it was a few weeks ago when I was above 225. So I'm not complaining.
I could feel him, a pinprick of light in the darkness. He would know me. He would know why I'd come.
So from now on, I could have cheated and, well, it says that you find another house and that it's the last puzzle, but that's all I read. I didn't read the solution to the puzzle. You'll just have to take my word on that, I guess. it takes me 3 workouts to figure out. That'll be plausible that I didn't cheat. But yeah, I picked the next game that I'm gonna play. It's called East Shade. I showed it at the end of the last stream. I showed the Steam page. It's like an open world, non-violent game, which I thought was interesting. It's a couple years old. It had about 2,000 reviews on Steam. Very positive rating. So I'm gonna try it out. I haven't played it before. Bought it a while ago, but I still haven't played it. Again, with Treadmill games, I don't want to do like intense fighting shoot 'em ups because, for one, the controls aren't great. The other thing is I don't want to get so distracted that I fall on the treadmill. So I always look for like casual games like this. So this is the Van Graff home according to the website. Van Graff is a name that I just ran into in the game. I don't really know who the Van Graffs are. Or Van something. Maybe it's not Van Graff.
Then fight it! I have to destroy the roof!
Quartz, I'm sorry. Ethan, I can't let you do that.
Okay, so this is probably the last puzzle. Unless there's more than one puzzle in this area. Excuse me. Pretty sure I didn't get COVID. I have been blowing my nose a little bit. I blew my nose earlier today. Hi, Luzina01. Yeah, sorry I didn't see your chat until about 15 minutes after you talked yesterday. My nose is running a little. I don't think I have COVID though, because I already caught it in January. But we'll see, I guess. Yeah, on Tuesday when you chatted, I just didn't see it because it's on a monitor over here, and I just didn't look over. So I cheated to get here because I was stuck. The entire last workout, I couldn't find where to go in the game. So I said, fuck it. So I Googled and it led me to this last puzzle. I think it's the last puzzle of the game, which is to rotate these things. And now I'm looking for some sort of clue. I didn't read the entire solution to the puzzle. I just read to get past where I was stuck. So now I have to find some sort of clue about which way to rotate those things, presumably, because I don't want to have to brute force it. Yeah. So I didn't stream yesterday. I had a poker game. I won. First time I'd won in about 6 games with my 4 or 5 buddies. It was 4 people yesterday. Tomorrow I am doing a Zwift bicycle race. Not a race, but organized cycling, a virtual cycling event. So I'll stream that. Is that the same? Yeah, that's just the puzzle. So I'm just gonna wander around here, this area of the map, to see if I can find any clues to that puzzle. The rotating of the circles. Plus, it's just a nice open area that I haven't been before. Yeah. I picked out, at the end of the last stream, I picked out the next game I'm going to play on the treadmill. It's called, shit, I just talked about it. East Shade. It's like an open source RPG, but it's non-violent. I'm not against violent games, I just don't want to fall when I'm on the treadmill. So I play these sort of pseudo casual independent games. And also my controls, like to aim a gun, they're a little laggy and they're not that great. It'd be very hard to play a intense game on this treadmill. The exercise bike, I can play those type of games, but not the treadmill. But that's fine. Probably not likely to get anybody to get views playing these mini games on Twitch, but whatever. Although this game had a pretty big following on the internet, it appears. It was the other game I played that would have, before I built this treadmill fit game controller, I played, shit, what was it called? It was an independent game that had a lot of love. And it was about, like, this, What Remains of Edith Finch is what it was called. That would have been a great treadmill game, but I've already played it. I wonder if the hints for this puzzle are like throughout the entire rest of the game, like not nearby. Because I'm not seeing any obvious clues. Let me look at it again. To these symbols. GSC. What happens if I rotate? Oh, what did the guide say? Excuse me. Shit. I don't remember. There was a word that they said when I first got over here. I wonder if I can recreate that. It was like Corvus or something. It's like a weird Greeky Romany word. And that's probably, but my memory's so bad I don't remember. What's that orange? Oh, that's just the fire. Oh, maybe I just have to, that's it though. That's such a simple puzzle. If I just sense it again and then it'll give me the word.
Then fight it! I have to destroy the room!
Corvus,
Corvus.
I'm sorry.
They literally show it all up
I
in the
can't
air.
let you do that.
How did I miss something that stupid? Is that an O? Oh, that's a D. Well, I have to find where the start of it is. Oh, there's a line there. It's core of us. Boy, they really whip you in the face with this puzzle. Like they don't want you to be stuck here. They want you to figure it out right away. If I got stuck on that one, that would be shameful. Although I did get stuck on it for about 10 minutes, but 10 minutes is fine. It's not shameful. Charred. So I wonder, peaceful. Okay, so I'm doing the psychic vision thing. And then I probably got to pick the order of what happened first. So I had thought earlier that Ethan was going to burn down his family's house. But maybe he was burning down this house. Chronology, okay. So they come in with the gas can. That's probably... Oops. How do I do previous X? Q? Yeah, I have to use my keyboard because my X and Y button don't work on my homemade controller. So I figure, okay, they come in first. And then I don't know. This one is probably the last one. Because he burned to death right there, so that's got to be the last one. So they come in. Ethan's trying to figure something out. And then, although this one might be 2.
Ethan, I fought it off. It's okay.
Grandpa, get away from me!
Your grandmother Gail is protecting me from it. Ethan, I can help you.
I found Vanderbift's diary. He said for the sleeper to wake up, someone has to suffer. Look! When I found that room, I didn't wake him up. He's trying to wake up now. Vanderbilt kept his victims alive. He made them suffer. That's what the sleeper wants.
We need to get in that room.
I can squeeze through. Grandpa, no!
So he's just gonna sit there and light himself on fire and suffer.
It has to be this way. A sleeper must not wake. Burning the room won't matter, Ethan. The sleeper's inside us now.
Grandpa! Get back!
even if you want to die, being that peaceful when you're on fire. I mean, I've burnt my finger before. Like, I don't remember how. Like a tiny little burn. It's like, that was painful enough. But calmly sitting down when you're on fire, that's pretty unlikely. Okay. Now let's see what happened to Ethan if he... Looks like... Oh.
Ethan, wake up. No, kid. You stopped it. It was horrible, but you stopped it.
Paul Prospero? Are you really
I'm
here?
sorry, Ethan. I was late. Too late.
You're right. You were too late.
Now he's gonna murder him.
Here. Again. I knew this story. And it was Ethan's as much as it was mine. And it wasn't finished. Not yet.
What? Bridge, dam, church. Displaced. Stories. House of Portals. It's just showing everything. House of Portals. Ancient God. Oh, it's like a fast travel thing. Am I finished? And it just... Now that I'm finished with the game, it'll just let me go anywhere I want to. Space capsule travel. Traps and skulls. Or do I have to pick one? What? Is Ethan's dead body down here somewhere? No.
Christ, Ethan, you're in here again? You missed dinner. Mom and Dad are pissed. They've been looking all over the place.
Get out of here, Travis. Leave me alone.
Hey, Ma, he's in here.
He predicted that the detective would come.
Honey, be careful with that lamp.
Dale, what the hell's wrong with your kid? Painting on walls, writing his stories. I mean, what the fuck?
Ethan! You missed dinner.
I'm sorry. I've been working on a story all day. How long have I been out
There's
here?
3 adult
Adventures of
men.
Paul Prospero, supernatural detective. Where do you get this stuff?
One of them must be the
Would you get Travis out
Vandegraaff.
of here, please?
He draws pictures on walls. What the hell is that?
Chad, shut up.
You got yourself a faggot for a son, Dale.
Jeez.
Travis, let's go.
Who's Ed? Oh, one of them's the grandpa.
Ethan, you're a fucking faggot.
Travis, stop it!
Shit! Shit!
Everyone, go! Get out!
Ethan, get out! The smoke, it's toxic! Oh, God! What do we do? What do we do?
What? What? He made it all up? The space shuttle was kind of a clue that none of it was real. So I wonder if the other characters
I
are
wrote about you.
alive.
But I don't know if I created you.
Made me real.
I can't go yet. I have to finish my story about you. I wrote stories about everyone.
No, you did. But my story's done. And it's a fine story.
I can let go?
You can let go.
What happens then?
Another story, kid. What else?
That's sad. So it looks like they are alive. Trying to put out the fire. Well, I cheated twice in the game. The House of Portals, I cheated in that one. And then I cheated to cross my way across the river to get to that house. Which I should have been able to figure that one out. That's a little embarrassing that I had to cheat that second time. Not let me Well, when I was looking at that fast travel board at the end, I think the X's were things that I had already done. What happens if I hit continue? Does it take me back to the credits? Or that fast travel board? Okay, so let's just double check that I did everything. Space capsule, yes. Traps and skulls. Which forest? Must have been... Oh, because that's by the church. That's where I found the crypt. House of Portals. Ancient God. That's in the cave. Yeah, it looks like I did everything. Everything is crossed off. Unless there's other puzzles that I didn't run into, but they're not on the fast travel board because I didn't run into them. I don't know. I walked around a lot. I think I found everything. So I'm gonna call it done. So, well, I'm halfway through the workout. Do I want to start the Eastshade game in the middle of a stream? Or do I want to just jump over to, I'll just jump over to Zwift. I'll put Zwift on the main screen. This is how you do it. If anybody's watching, this is the control panel for my HDMI switcher that actually does the streaming. And I can, I'm doing the super source, which is the picture-in-picture, multiple HDMI video inputs going out on the stream at the same time. And you could control it with software in real time. So I just did that. I'm gonna walk a little faster here. So I'm displaying the same screen on the main screen now that I do normally on the bottom. You can see it's the same thing. But normally, like when I'm playing the Vanishing of Ethan Carter, all I want is the fitness stats. And so I use this Zwift as a way to display the fitness stats in real time in this heart rate sensor here. And then a shoe sensor are used to get the beats per minute and the speed for Zwift. And the Zwift is running on my iPhone, which is I can show that, I guess. My iPhone is right here. It's running the Zwift. And I have like an adapter that lightning to HDMI out. I had to buy the Apple version of that adapter because the generic one didn't work. And also those adapters only work with pretty new iPhones. Like my old iPhone 4 didn't work with it. This is an iPhone SE, which is maybe 3 years old. I think it, maybe you can go one level older than the SE, like maybe an iPhone 10 or something, and still be compatible with HDMI output. But you can find that out on the Apple website. Oh, and I can get audio from the Zwift and put it on the stream, but the problem is that I'll have to walk over to the ATEM switcher to get back to my computer screen to switch the audio controls, because I can't see them, because all I see on my monitor is Zwift. I can do that. I've got half a workout left. Might as well enable the audio. So what I have to do is, this is the audio from the PC. I can turn that off, and then This should be the audio of the game, I think. Camera. Which one is Zwift? Oh, that's camera 3. Never mind. So this one is from the camera, the GoPro. This one is the game. And now I have to switch it to Super Source to see the picture-in-picture. Okay. So I should hear the audio of the Zwift now on the stream. Okay. You can do a lot with that ATEM. You can do transitions, and you can adjust the size of the different sections in real time. It's a little too loud. Shit. Gotta walk over there again. So I'm gonna move the controls to my other monitor so I don't have to keep fucking with it. Or more accurate. Or more accurately, move the controls over here so I can fuck with them without having to get off the treadmill. Okay, so I can turn them up and down if I need to now without having to stop the workout and walk over there, because now it's on this monitor and I can see it. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep going to about an hour. If I pass an hour and I'm not quite at 5K, I'll go a couple minutes longer than that. I need to be able to see the comments. Okay, there we go. So tomorrow again I'm doing the in this Zwift app, I'm going to be bicycling in a organized thing at 8 p.m. I need to remember to change the battery of the pedal sensor in the exercise bike tonight. Not sure what that blue flame is. It's just decoration, I guess. Probably some sort of reference to a mythology or a video game or something. Those blue balls in the air. Maybe they're supposed to be Chinese lanterns or something. I haven't ever used this part of this map. It's a somewhat newer map. I think it's around the beginning of the year. This is a new Zwift map. The way Zwift works is you can't... Some of the maps are only available on certain days of the week. So you can't use this map whenever you want to. It's only available maybe once a week or every 2 weeks. And it just happened to be available today. And I have run on it before, but not this part of the map. So I'll go this speed until my heart rate hits like 150, and then I think I'm gonna have to slow down a bit. This is about as fast as I'm willing to go on the treadmill because I don't want to fall. I got that goose picture I mounted like yesterday. I got it from Displate, which this isn't an ad, but I bought it as a referral from a YouTube podcast. I think it was Tom Scott. Figured I'd kick him, he'd get a little commission from that. Been watching that channel for years, support him a bit. I've been looking for something to hang on the walls in the new apartment. There's another picture, animal picture over there, behind the exercise bike. My throat's a little dry. Yeah, I don't know. My nose is a little runny earlier when I first started working out, but maybe that's just because you start breathing heavier in a workout. Maybe it clears the sinuses a bit. I don't think I have a cold or anything, really. If I do, it's super mild. I haven't been out and about since Sunday, so if I caught something last week, I probably would have noticed before Thursday, I would think. I don't know. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm doing at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'll start playing I'll do the Zwift bicycling. And then Saturday or Sunday I'll do East Shade. I'll start playing that game on the treadmill. See if it's good. So far on the treadmill I completed Firewatch. I completed Call of the Sea. I completed Vanishing of Ethan Carter. I played Road 96, but I didn't complete that. I'm not even sure the game mechanic of that and how it ends, or if you just keep going forever. I think it has an ending. I'm a little annoyed with that game because one of the mechanics is you're trying to sway an election of an evil dictator. And I didn't realize that the only way to do that is to pretty much is to vandalize his posters. So I went through like days of playthroughs without making any progress on overthrowing the dictator and swaying the public opinion. And then I finally realized that, I just have to vandalize the posters. So I feel a little ripped off. Like I'm gonna fail at that quest just because I didn't understand the game mechanic. So I really don't like that at all. And that's part of the reason I quit playing that game. It's a very original game and good treadmill game, but that really pissed me off. It's like, well, by the time you figure out the game mechanic, it's too late to win. It's like, fuck that. Starting to sweat. It's finally starting to warm up. I think it's supposed to be 80 degrees in Michigan this weekend. Unfortunately, I don't have any outdoor plans. A friend of mine just bought an RV, but he's still setting it up. But he wants to get together for like a barbecue and maybe camping sometime this summer. My other friend who lives nearby is in Canada for work. And I just got back from my sister's, which is 3 hours away. She lives near a lake, her and my mom. If I was there, I'd probably go sit by the lake in the nice weather. I don't really have shit to do here. I could sign up for an open mic on Sunday night, stand-up comedy, but that's not really related to the weather. There's a jogging group that I found out about this winter in the town that I'm at. And they do runs every Tuesday and Thursday. It's still sort of shitty today. So if it's still nice next week, Tuesday or Thursday, I might do a run. Those are at 6 p.m. So I'll be back to stream. Although I don't know if I'm gonna want to run and then stream on the treadmill to run more. But if I wanted to, I could stream. I think I'll be too tired though. That's a lot of fitness for an out of shape middle-aged man. They also do runs on Saturdays at like 8 a.m., but fuck that. I'm not gonna get up at 8 a.m. to go running. You're more likely to stay up the night before. I don't want to, if I've been up for 18 hours, I don't want to go running. Might stress my body too much. But I normally don't get up before noon, for sure. Given that I don't have to go to work. I'm not going to get up 4 to 6 hours before I normally get up just to go running. was like to hang out with friends. If I make friends in the running group, maybe I would adjust my schedule over time to make that less of this inconvenience. I'm not just gonna show up not knowing anybody, all tired and shit. The only good thing about doing it in the morning is it's not 80, it's probably too hot to go jogging. But I thought about jogging in the winter. They still do it year-round, the jogging group, in the park system in the town I'm in, Plymouth, Michigan. But my car broke down. I hit a giant pothole and wrecked my tire and what do you call it? Part of the frame of the car, whatever the hell it's called. And I had to take it into the shop and I had to walk like 2 miles back to my apartment in the winter, and I fell on the ice on the sidewalk, and I thought, if I can't even walk on the sidewalk in the winter, I'm not gonna jog. That'd be stupid. Just asking for injury. But when I fell, it was like, well, most of the sidewalk was clear and it was wet or dry, but there were a couple little ice patches in there. I slipped on one of them and I fell. Didn't hurt myself, but definitely dissuaded me from joining the jogging group in the winter. If they did it indoors at like a YMCA or something, maybe I would try it out. But they do it outside in the winter. Maybe they use snowshoes or some fancy, less slippery shoes. Or they wear helmets. Or they just risk it. Or they just jog a block and then they walk, because then there's snow on the sidewalk, and then they jog and then they walk and then they jog and then they walk. Maybe they only jog where the sidewalk is definitely clear, but that would be frustrating. It'd take forever. They had to slow down all the time because it might be a ice patch on the sidewalk. Yeah, I'm not into that at all. Jogging is boring enough, which is why I do the fitness gaming thing. I don't want to make it more boring by having to slow down all the time. Although maybe they get excitement of the risk of danger of falling on the ice like an idiot. Maybe they can mentally turn that into a thrill of danger. But to me it just seems so pointless that it doesn't really... I do like the thrill of danger thing to a point, but not... I don't really feel it in that scenario. It just feels dumb. Maybe I could convince myself that that goose is chasing me and get some thrill of danger. Get like super drugged out and then get on this treadmill and trick myself into thinking The angry goose is chasing me. It's a stupid thought. But yeah, one of the things I want to do, if it's ever good weather when I'm at my sister's house, where my workshop is I want to fix the X and Y button on this. Take this. I think I fried the board. I think I fried the pins on the board. So I need to replace it. I think all of the wiring into the handles is fine, because I did try swapping them. Like swapping the wiring and like swapping the X and Y, or X and A, because the A button works and the X button doesn't. And so if I wire the A output from the board, the circuit board, to the X button up here, it works. So it's not the wiring, it's the board. I think when I was soldering, I must have shorted something or overheated something on the board, and it didn't ruin the entire board, but it ruined some of the input pins. There might be 2 extra pins, so I can keep using the same board and just use the last 2 output pins for X and Y. But I'm not sure if there's two spare pins. I used most of them, I know that. That's the thing I could do here, because I did buy a soldering iron and some supplies for here, but most of my workshop stuff is at my sister's house. I'd rather do it there than risk setting off a fire alarm in my apartment and then get evicted. Although I think they're 420 friendly in the apartment, so maybe they don't care about a little smoke. From soldering. But I don't want to do it unless it's like a quick repair that I know is going to work. I don't want to spend hours debugging and testing at the apartment. Just do a 5-minute repair job or something. Something breaks. That's the most I want to do here. One thing I could do is I could build a case to put it in, like I did on the exercise bike. So this is the first fitness game controller I built, and it's all ugly mess. And then the exercise bike one looks nice because it's the second one I built. I got better at it. And I bought a 3D printer that I haven't learned how to use yet. So then it's at my sister's house at my workshop. So hopefully the next one I build will look even better, and they'll gradually get respectable in appearance. But yeah, this one looks pretty mess. I don't know if you're allowed to say pretty ghetto or pretty jerry-rigged, pretty hacked. I don't know if jerry-rigged is a slur. I hope not. it's one of those things where, oh, people are mad at you, even though, because they looked up a word and where it came from, even though nobody in the world knew what it meant. And they just suddenly get mad at you, like you're supposed to look up every word you say in the dictionary, find out where it came from. I don't like that. Like jerry-rigged. I suppose maybe I should look it up, since it did raise in a little what if in my head. But or calling something ghetto, if it's like messy, that's probably not the most politically correct thing. I'll have to not call it that. I have a podcast where local comics, it's called Creativity Wasted. We share convention ideas. Occasionally I'll have African American or black, however you're supposed to say it, comics on, and sometimes it's like, well, I have to give the episode a title, and it's like, well, they called it Ghetto GPS was their idea. It's like, well, that's what they called it, so it should be okay to put Ghetto GPS on my title, but I chickened out. I called it Black GPS. Yeah, sometimes it's like, well, obviously you can't say certain things, but if you're just on the fringes, if you're just using the terminology that they used and weren't offended by, is it okay? Or maybe being oversensitive is offensive and counterproductive. But it's like, well, I don't have time to spend hours thinking about the political correctness of a possibly mildly offensive word. I've got to get my episode out on time. So, fuck it, I'll just err on the side of caution. But I don't want to be the super overly politically correct guy either. Try to ride the middle ground and not piss anybody off. But yeah, a little bit longer I'll be at my 5K. I finished the workout. Minute or two. I do have to edit and get my next podcast episode out tonight. And then tomorrow I should start asking comics to do the next month's episode. I was going to do that yesterday or today, but I forgot. But yeah, I'm super proud of my podcast, Creativity Wasted, even though it's only got 30, 40 listeners. I do think that it's good enough that some random thing will happen and it'll just get a bunch of attention, and it's a lot better than this stream, for example, or my stand-up comedy. But yeah, I got 5K, I'm gonna end the workout. So tomorrow, again, at 8 p.m. Eastern in the U.S. time zone, I'm doing the Swift bicycling thing. Yeah, and then I'll be playing Eastshade on the treadmill after that. But this was Gaming Make Fitness. Keep gaming, keep exercising. If you want to make exercise less boring, try to do both at the same time. Good night.